It's the BIGBOIOUT. Now party people in the club, it's time to cut a rug and throw the loose up in the sky just for the shutter buzz. I'm double fisted and you empty, you can grab a club. Boy, stop, I'm just playing, let me dap you up.
You're in my system, baby. Tell me you're listening.
Why? It's after 12 club like I.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the ZayMoolaSportsPodcast. I'm your host, Isaiah, and I'm here to preview the Tennessee Titans Week 3 game against the Indianapolis Colts. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, y'all, so let's start with the injury report, and we got some unfortunate news as J.C. Latham and T'Vondre Sweat will be out once again, and we got some really unfortunate news about T'Vondre Sweat today, y'all, as the Tennessee Titans have put him on injury reserve, meaning he'll miss a minimum of 4 games, and this is very disappointing because a couple of days ago when reporters talked to T. Sweat, he said that if it was up to him, he was going to be on that field on Sunday. He was going to be ready to play, and I thought that his ankle injury wasn't that severe, y'all, but obviously it was pretty severe. It was so severe that the Tennessee Titans had to put him on injury reserve, and we're definitely going to miss him, y'all. I mean, he's a great run stuffer. He brings a lot of energy to this team, to this defense, and he's one of the star players on this defense. And going up against a running back like Jonathan Taylor, man, who's one of the best in the league, I mean, you really need everyone you could have, and not having T. Sweat up that middle to try to, clog those running lanes is really going to hurt us, y'all. And hopefully, he comes back stronger and better than ever because we're really going to need him. But yeah, this is a major loss, and this means guys like Carlos Watkins and James Lynch, they're really going to have to step up, y'all. They're going to have to play well in his absence, man. Because yeah, when T'Vondre Sweat's on that field, you might not always see his impact in the stat box, but when you watch him play, you see he's collapsing the pocket, he's making plays in the backfield. So T. Sweat, get well soon, man. Cannot wait to see you back on that field, my brother, because we're definitely going to need you. And then with JC, y'all, kind of the same thing. I thought JC was going to play this week. Now, thankfully, he did not get put on injury reserve, but I thought he was going to be ready to go. So I'm not really sure what's going on with JC, but hopefully he'll be back next week, y'all, because we definitely need him, man. I mean, our offensive line is not playing well. It didn't play well week 1 against the Broncos. It was even worse in week 2 against the Rams, y'all. And I expect it to be pretty much more the same in week 3 because, again, the Colts have 2 really good edge rushers in Le'Ai Latu and Kwity Paye. And then you got DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart coming up that middle, y'all. So, man, our offensive line is in trouble. You look elsewhere, y'all. Jarvis Brownlee Jr., he's questionable for this game. Now, this is kind of concerning me because when I saw his name pop up on an injury report on Thursday, I wasn't too concerned because he was a limited participant. But then when I saw that he did not even practice at all yesterday, I got kind of concerned, y'all. We really need Jarvis, man. As many of y'all know, I'm a big fan of Jarvis Brownlee Jr. I think he's a rising star player for this team, for this defense. And not only is he good in coverage, y'all, but he is an excellent run defender. And again, we're going to get Jonathan Taylor, man. Jonathan Taylor is one of the best running backs in the NFL. So it's really going to take a hands-on-deck approach to try to bring him down. So really hoping that Jarvis Brownlee Jr. plays, y'all. If he doesn't, then that means guys like Jalen Armour-Davis and Samuel Womack, they're going to really have to step up. But, man, please, Jarvis Brownlee, hope your ankle's going to be ready to go for tomorrow, my brother, because we definitely need you. And then you look elsewhere, y'all. We have Khalil Mullins. He's questionable. I expect him to play. You also have Kevin Zeitler. He's questionable. I also expect him to play, y'all. And then you have Bryce Oliver. He's questionable. I don't think he's going to play. He did not even practice, any day this week, so I don't expect Bryce Oliver to be out there. L'Jarius Sneed, he's questionable, but I definitely expect him to play, y'all. And then the one that is still kind of, bothering me is Kevin Winston Jr. What in the world is going on with Kevin Winston Jr., y'all? Because Brian Callahan keeps saying that, he's looking good in practices. Obviously, he's practicing with the team, right? He was a limited participant in practice this week, but for whatever reason, he continues to miss games. Now, thankfully, our secondary has been playing pretty well, especially Xavier Woods. I mean, you can make a case Xavier Woods has been the second best player on this defense behind Big Jeff Simmons, y'all. So it's not like we absolutely need Kevin Winston Jr., but I would still love to see him out there at some point, y'all, because I felt like when we drafted him, he can make an immediate impact for this team. And I still feel that way, but we need to see him on the field. So there you have it, man. That was the Tennessee Titans injury report. And now let's get to my keys to the game. Okay, y'all, let's get to my keys to the game. And my first key is we have to run play action. And I've been very surprised that Brian Callahan has been pretty reluctant in doing this, considering we've been pretty successful on the play action. Now, granted, it's a very small sample size, but last week against the Rams, y'all, our 2 longest plays of that game were via play action. We had a 21-yard pass to Calvin Ridley, and then later on we had a 26-yard pass to him. And again, this was via play action. And I don't understand why Brian Callahan wants to treat our offensive line like it's the Philadelphia Eagles, y'all. Our offensive line is horrible. It's bad. It's no good. It's terrible, okay? And the way to help out your offensive line is to run play action. Instead, he wants to get into this drop back game. And y'all, we're not going to be good at running, a ton of shotgun plays right now because, again, our offensive line is just not good and they're consistently getting beat. But the way you help out your offensive line is to run play action. Make it easier for them, and especially, y'all, going up against the defensive front like the Colts present. I mean, they have Leai Latu and Kwity Paye, and then up the middle you got DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart. I mean, man, that is a ferocious pass rush that we're going to be dealing with on tomorrow, and we need to make it easier for our offensive linemen and also make it easier for Cam Ward. So, I mean, Cam Ward is really good at running play action because we're able to get him out the pocket. He's able to, use his mobility, keep his eyes downfield, and still make plays and deliver the football on time and on target. And so, again, y'all really want to see Brian Callahan use more of this play action. Stop making it so much harder for us. Like, we're already going to have a difficult time scoring as it is, considering our offensive line is not that good. But as a coach, your job is to put your players in the best position to be successful, y'all. I want to see Brian Callahan do this. And if we can run some more play action, I think we'll have a chance to consistently started to move the football. Because, man, these first 2 weeks, y'all, we've been really struggling moving the football. Granted, we've gone up against 2 really good defenses, man. Our offensive line, again, is not that good. And really, our offense in general is not that good. We don't have a ton of playmakers, but still, we have to make it easier, y'all, for our offensive line, make it easier for Cam Ward. So, Brian Callahan, man, just get him out the pocket, let him show off his mobility, quit him just having him, be in the shotgun formation, 70-80% of the plays. Have him have him go under center, have some play action plays, y'all. We do that, we'll have a chance to, finally move the football and maybe put up some points against this really good Colts defense. My second key to the game is that we have to make them one-dimensional. We have to limit Jonathan Taylor. And that's going to be a tall task because he's one of the most elusive, one of the most explosive running backs in the NFL. And the Colts have a very solid offensive line. But if we're able to limit him, y'all, if we're able to slow him down and make Daniel Jones beat us, I really like our chances of winning this ball game. And I get it. The Colts have a really good group of skill players. You got Alec Pierce and Michael Pittman Jr. and Josh Downs and Adonai Mitchell and Tyler Warren. And those guys have been playing at a high level. And then you have Daniel Jones, who's been back there playing the best football of his career, right? Completing about 72% of his passes, averaging about 280 passing yards per game. And the Colts have one of the most dynamic offenses in the entire NFL. But y'all, I much rather make Daniel Jones beat us than Jonathan Taylor because we know what Jonathan Taylor can do. We've seen him run for 150 yards from us. We know what he did last year against us. I don't want that to happen, y'all. So this is going to be a huge game for our defensive line and linebackers. Everyone's got to make sure that they're filling their gaps, they're playing physical, they're playing aggressive, and they're running downhill, making plays, y'all. So it's going to be a big game for Cody Barton and Cedric Gray. Those guys are going to have to make plays. And then maybe even sometimes our secondary, they're going to have to come down and help in run defense. That's why I'm really hoping that Jarvis Brownlee Jr. plays. Because Jarvis, man, he is a really good tackler, y'all. I know he's a corner, but, man, he tackles like he's a linebacker. So we really going to need him out there, not just to slow down the Colts' passing attack, but also to hopefully limit/shut down Jonathan Taylor. Y'all, if we do that, we're going to have a good shot, man. But if we let Jonathan Taylor run for like 100 or 150 yards, it's over. And then again, with the weapons that they possess, we're really going to be in a heap of trouble. The great thing is, though, y'all, the strength of our defense is our secondary. So although the Colts have some really good skill players, we have a really good secondary, right? And again, if Jarvis plays, man, I mean, you got Jarvis on one side, then L'Jarius Sneed on the other, Quandre Diggs, Xavier Woods, and Amani Hooker, right? So I think those boys can make some plays against their wide receivers and their tight end and Tyler Warren. But if we're able to slow down Jonathan Taylor, man, we're going to have a really good shot, y'all. We can just not allow them to have, the pass game and running game going at the same time. Because that's what happened last week against the Broncos, man. I mean, the Colts had over 400 yards of offense, right? I think Daniel Jones had about 265 passing yards, and then Jonathan Taylor had like 155 rushing yards. We cannot allow that to happen because we're going to lose. But if we can make them one-dimensional, we can make Daniel Jones beat us, force him to throw the football maybe, 40 to 45 times, y'all, we have a chance to, make some plays defensively, get a couple of interceptions, get some turnovers, get the football back to our offense, get them short fields so they can go and score. So we have to do this, man. This is a very important key. Make the Colts one-dimensional and make Daniel Jones be. If we do that, we have a pretty good shot at winning this game. And my third and final key is that we have to get Calvin Ridley the football early and often. And I think Calvin Ridley can have a big game on tomorrow because Charvarius Ward, although he's playing, he is banged up. And Xavier Howard has been horrible. I think you can make a case that he's been the worst cornerback in the NFL through the first 2 weeks of the season. I mean, he's been really, really bad in coverage. And I think because of that, y'all, we can attack him, attack Charvarius Ward, and really create some explosive plays downfield, man. And if there's a game for Calvin Ridley to get going, y'all, it's this game. I mean, obviously, this is a huge game. We're 0-2. It's a divisional game. We have a chance to get not only our first win of the season, but also get our first divisional win of the season, which would put us in first place in the division if we were to win this game, man. And it's time for Calvin Ridley to have a big game, y'all. I feel like week 1, he didn't play well. Last week, I actually thought he played well. I know he had that one drop, even though that was a pretty, tough catch for him to make. Would have been a tough catch for him to make, I should say. But other than that, I feel like he played pretty well in week 2. I just feel like Brian Callahan didn't do a good job of calling up plays to try to get him the football. Because I feel like we really could have attacked the Rams secondary last week. We really didn't do that too much. But this week, y'all, we had to do that, man. Because, again, with Charvarius Ward being banged up and Xavier Howard not playing well, Calvin Ridley, man, with his speed, his explosiveness, we got to be able to get him down the field and create these big plays offensively, y'all. Because we got to get our offense moving and grooving, man. I mean, I'm so sick of us, averaging like 3-4 yards a play, man. We got to create some explosive plays down the football field, because that's how you win games, y'all. I mean, we only have 1 touchdown so far. 1 touchdown. Through 2 games, 1 touchdown. We're averaging 15.5 points per game. And it's not going to cut it in the NFL. You got to be able to score. You got to be able to put points up on that board, y'all. So just get Calvin Ridley the football early. Even if it's like a little bubble screen, a slant, a little, in-breaking route. I don't care what it is. It doesn't even have to be a deep shot. But the first play of the game, y'all, the first couple plays of the game, just get the football in his hands. Get him in the groove. If we do that, y'all, I think we'll have a chance, to be successful against this Colts defense. Because honestly, I don't let the Colts have like a great defense. It's definitely a good defense, but they definitely have some, some weaknesses that if Brian Callahan is smart and the rest of his coaching staff is smart, we can definitely, take advantage of their weaknesses. Let's see if we can do it, y'all. But yeah, it's a big key. Got to get Calvin Ridley that football early and often. So with that being said, it's time for me to give y'all my game predictions. And I hate to do this, y'all. I really do. Because y'all know I'm a diehard Titans fan. But I have the Tennessee Titans losing this game 23-20 and falling to 0-3. Y'all, I really didn't want to do this, but I have to be honest, man. I really just don't trust our offensive line going up against that type of defensive front. And I don't trust our defensive line going up against Jonathan Taylor and their offensive line. I don't trust it, especially since we're missing Devondre Sweat. I mean, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Big Jeff, y'all. And we know that Quentin Nelson is probably the best left guard in the league. So, Big Jeff is going to, make some plays against him. And Quentin Nelson also will have times where he's going to, make a really good block on Big Jeff. And I just don't think we have enough horses on our defensive line to be able to really slow down and limit Jonathan Taylor, y'all. So I think that's where this game is going to come down to, man. It's going to come down to the trenches, y'all. Their offensive line versus our defensive line, and then our offensive line against their defensive line. I just don't trust our offensive line, y'all, and our defensive line against their offensive line and their defensive line. So that's what it's going to come down to. It's going to be a very competitive game. It's going to be a hard-fought game. I don't have us, getting blown out or anything like that. But I just think, y'all, we're going to lose a heartbreaker. I just really think that's what's going to happen. I really hope I'm wrong, though, because this would be an enormous win for this team, y'all, for this franchise, and really for the fan base. I mean, not just because, we're currently on an 8-game losing streak dating back to last season, but also, y'all, this would be a division win. A division win, y'all, I mean, that would be huge for us to be 1-0 in the division, first place in the AFC South, and now all of a sudden we feel like, okay, all hope is not lost. This season is not over, and we still have a chance to compete for this division. But, y'all, I just don't think that's going to happen again. I have the Tennessee Titans losing this game 23-20. If you're a Titans fan, let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. Remember, y'all, laugh's a good message. So what? Make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know I'm going to end it, man. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.